Welcome everyone to the Sister Stories podcast. The aim of this podcast is to marvel at God's sovereignty over each of our lives as women and to encourage one another by sharing our stories. My name is Sophie and today I am joined by Regina.
Good morning, everyone.
Hello. So to start off, can you tell us a little bit about who you are?
My real name is Maria Regina. I've been living in Europe around 16 years now, but in the UK I am 8 years. I met my husband at Cornerstone Church. I married to him, and I have a little boy, Sebastian. I work at the university. I do early morning cleaning and also I do some receptionist job in the same place. We live just in Chessington and that's who I am.
Okay, great. So we're going to be talking about your walk with Jesus and with the Lord. But can you start with telling us about your family background, where you were brought up?
Yes, I'm originally from Bolivia, a city called Cochabamba, and I am a member of 5. I have my brother, my older brother, my younger sister, and mom. Dad passed away many years ago. Yes, I grew up, I would say, in extreme poverty when I was little. It was hard because many times we have to go to bed without food. Many times we didn't know what to wear in clothes because we didn't have. So it was a hard time, and in that time also we didn't have easy access to water. And then at school I used to hear my classmates saying, "Oh, you're poor, you are this, and you are small," all that kind of thing. So yes, it was that. And I think as a child, it's not something you want to, it's not how you want your life. No. But it's what it is in that moment.
Yeah. And what about your family's beliefs and faith? Did they have a faith in God or not at all?
My dad, when I was 4 years old, I remember my dad used to help the pastor at church in Bolivia. But then one day, why, I don't know, but he just gave up the church and took us away from church. But still they said the knowledge about God, about Jesus, it wasn't him. But he didn't want any contact with church anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Did you ever find out why, or you still don't know?
I asked him many times, why is this? But the only answer I got is, you only need to know. He said, wherever you do, wherever you go, read your Bible and pray to God. That is something I carry with me whole time because it's the only thing. He didn't go into more details, but he was like really, really didn't want it to go back to church anymore.
Right. So can you take us through the rest of your life, of your childhood especially? What happened next for you?
Yes, when we were a child, for my parents, it was hard in a way to afford the rent. We used to live just in one small room, but even that small price of the rent we couldn't pay. They couldn't pay, so every month we had to find another place. In the end, we ended in a place very big land, a small house. It was falling apart. And then the neighbor was an elderly lady, Christian, and she saw us, how we were in the poverty, how we were dealing with everything, especially she saw my parents. At her church, there was an organization running Compassion. Maybe some people know about that. And she spoke with with her church and said, "Can you help this family?" And they come to us. They ask Mom. First time, Mom says no, because all the time people say, "You are nothing," you think like that. And then my mom didn't believe. But they come back second time. And then we finally went to the Compassion, which was a church. For me, that was a miracle. That was where God was saying, "I didn't forget you. I didn't forget your family. I didn't forget your dad. I'm still here." And our life changed completely. First of all, I met him. I met our Lord Jesus. That's the best thing. And I wouldn't change anything for that. And then also, because he is with me, he is with us, all things in your mind, in your life change. And then for me, that was good, because my family, Mom is okay. My sister ended, she's a teacher. At the moment, is after the pandemic, a bit suffering for everybody, I would say. But she's a teacher. My brother is a baker. I have 2 nieces and 2 nephews. And yeah, it's just Jesus, when he arrived to our lives, everything changed. It's just amazing.
Yeah. So did they help you practically with paying the rent or other things, or what did this organization do to help you?
Well, they help us a lot, especially with giving us clothes, shoes, food. I could go to there and eat at least 3 times a week, 3 days a week, and then I could have nice food. And then sometimes they gave us even food to take our home, and then we could have that thing. And then if we needed something, we just talk with them, because they say, "Anything, please come to us." And then we went to them, and they help us a lot. They do medical check for us. We went to dentist, all that things. They help us a lot. I would say what I am now is thanks to God, but thanks to Compassion. God helped me through Compassion. And God helped my family through Compassion, which is something I didn't expect in my childhood, but
he works through many different things in our lives, doesn't he? I wonder as well, so you knew about God as a child, as a younger child, but what did you hear about him that was different through Compassion? Did you hear the gospel preached more clearly maybe, or what changed in that?
In Bolivia, when I was child, church is always good or bad, I don't know, but then they give you they share the gospel with you, but they come to you like you have to be afraid, you have to be scared, which is a bit thing. But then when you are growing, when we are in a relationship with him, you read the Bible and you pray to him, he changed all that things. And then I many times my prayer was, because what I hear from my classmates or from people saying you're nothing, things like that, I used to say, it's true, God, I'm nothing, I don't have anything, but I have this heart. I want this heart, you to be in there. And then whatever happen, you hold me, don't let me go, because I don't have any place to go.
Yeah.
And that is how my faith grew more and more. And then as the years was going, I started to help at church in the Sunday school when I was 12 years old.
Oh, wow.
And then I carry on, and then when I was 15, I think I was a teacher already. And then for me, was the best thing, because I didn't know outside church what happening. And then at church and Compassion, I learned I wanted to be a teacher. And when I finished high school, I studied to be a teacher. I was a teacher for 4 years before moving to Spain. After I moved to UK. But yeah, it's how all the process I saw in my life. I don't think I want to change anything, because all the suffering I have, all the poverty, the things I saw my parents suffer, or my brother or sister, put our heart, our minds more focusing God.
Yeah.
And then probably if I had all the comfort, I wouldn't be where I am now. And then it's nice to have things, but I think it's nice to have just what you need, because you know who to look, and then who to say thank you, because what I have is thanks to you. And then I live my life like that, because everything I have, everything I am, is just because God.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. So you said that you moved to Spain afterwards. When was that? What did you do there?
I moved to Spain when I was 24 years old, and I used to work there as a nanny. I work with 2 families. I've been there for 9 years, 9 years. And the last 4 years I was studying English. And why? I don't have an answer for that. Just is the thing, because I think I was tired the same thing, the same routine, and then I was just sad, and I wanted to do something different. But also thinking in the future, like maybe one day it will be good for me to learn English. So yeah, I was. Yeah.
And then you came to the UK after that?
Yes, I came into the UK on the 2015 on the 15th of August.
Wow, okay, that's very precise.
I won't forget that date. I came Easter before August. I came on Easter to check the land and to say how is the place. And then I asked a friend if she could help me to come to UK, and then she said yes, and she helped me a lot, and I came here. My first church was Cornerstone, so I came here, and you might remember maybe Dave Reddington and Linda. And Dave was just a blessing for me, because he helped me to be involved at church. Even if I studied in Spain, 4 years English, when I came to UK, I spoke with people, and then people look at me like, what is this girl is saying? They couldn't understand anything. Yeah. And then for me, that was sad. I wanted to go back to Spain. Yeah. But then I think practicing. Then Dave introduced to me my husband.
See.
And then in the whole UK, my husband was the only one who understood my English.
No, I don't think that's true. I understood. Actually, yeah, I understood your English as well.
But that was very funny. Yes, and then I'm here. It's just a beautiful place to live. Yeah. And then something I don't share much with people is, after I think a man being in the UK, even if was suffering for me, even I got lost in the underground, in the train. at 11:30 in the evening. I go home 1:30. I go lost. I said, that's it. But then one day, being here after a month, I had that feeling like saying, God is telling me, this is your place. It's done. You are here now.
Yeah.
I had that peace, and then for good or for bad, you will have me here. Yeah.
No, we love having you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. And you got involved at the International Cafe, didn't you? Which probably helped quite a bit as well. Yeah. That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah. International Cafe, I think it's a good thing that Cornerstone Church is starting, because many internationals, we come with our cultures, and sometimes we want to put our culture in a foreign country, which is a bit sad, but it's what we are. Yeah. But then English people or UK Cornerstone open the doors for people, and then offer meal for free and chat with them. I could come to International without any worry. We started in Wimbledon, where Dave and Linda Reddington took me, and then I just wanted to be involved and help people, because I know many Spanish people, they want to speak Spanish, but then I try to encourage them, just try you a bit English, just try a bit, try, because it's the only way we can practice a bit more. But International Cafe. Yeah. We should pray for International Cafe. Yeah,
it's a great thing to do, isn't it? Because, you're right. When you come to a country, it can be very puzzling and disorientating that you don't know the language very well, you don't know the culture very well, maybe, but you have to. That's a good place to meet people and to learn English as well, isn't it? Yeah. Great. So, how long have you been married to Phil now?
Now 5 years, nearly 3 months.
Wow, very precise, very precise. And you have a little boy. How old is he?
He's 2 and 5 months.
Right. It goes quickly, doesn't it? Yeah. So if we move on a little bit, actually, what are you? You said your job was at the university at the moment. What are you doing there? Yeah,
I do early morning cleaning. I work from 5 to 8 in the morning. Wow. And then after that, I look after my son. Yeah. And then on the weekend, especially Saturday, I do a receptionist job at the same university, but the library.
Right, okay.
So right. Yeah.
So quite a busy schedule.
Yeah, I think everything went up to this time, and then if I can do a bit more. And also, I think it will be good for my little boy to be with his dad, because he's always with me. And then, but I mean, it's not an excuse, but it's something I want to do it if possible. And it's not. Some Saturdays I have to say no, because otherwise I don't see my husband. Because Sundays we are at church. And then whole week he's working, and
Yeah, no, of course, that makes sense. Yeah. So, if we move along a little bit, what would you say you've learned in the last year or so? What has God taught you recently?
I think something is, I don't know, touching me a lot is the grace of God. Because sometimes, I will talk in my experience in Bolivia. In Bolivia, they, like I said, they terrify us, saying, if you don't believe in Jesus, you are going to go to the hell. Yes. And then, but then in the last year, I'm learning, it's good to talk what will be the end if we don't come to Jesus, but talk about the grace. Because God is our Father. Yeah. If we are parents, we know what is parents for our son. because our children will do many nasty things. They might behave bad. They might not obey us. They might just, how to say, when you are saying something, they will reply to you.
Yes, they might be rude or yeah.
But then that is not making your love for them to finish. You are a parent, you are mom, you are dad. You still love your child. You still love your children.
Yeah.
And then God is the same.
Yeah.
No matter what you did, no matter who you are, the grace of God is for everyone. And He is with His arms open for everyone. Church is like a hospital. It should be there for people who are having trouble. Be there. And then just accept them how they are. And it's not for us to say, you are, it's not for us to judge. Instead, to give the grace of God. I'm learning that a lot, and then I'm learning that to be the light, be light wherever you are. Sometimes, as a Christian, people think when they are treating you bad, they are making you hard, you have to be quiet, and then just like this.
Yeah, you have to just not engage and then just retreat almost. Yeah,
you don't have to be rude. But you can tell why you are doing this to me. It's no reason.
Yeah.
But then that's not, it's just telling them. But in general, I would say everybody's welcome to come to Jesus.
Yeah. No, I think what you said is important, that we need to respond. We need to be able to respond to people who criticize us, but in a gracious and loving way. Yeah, that's really important. Yeah. And lastly, if you had to give advice to a younger Christian, what would you say to them?
I would say to them, if you are starting in a Christian life, you choose a good thing, but it's not easy thing.
Yeah.
Your life, it won't change. Now you are Christian, everything will be marvelous. It's not like that. We have to say the truth.
Yes.
But when the things turn bad, when the things turn hard, sad, or anything, you can come to Jesus always. Yeah. Come to God, He will hold. Never, ever, if possible, go away from God. Never.
Yeah.
We are humans. Church fail. We Christians fail. God never.
Yeah.
And then we can't just go to church and say, oh, because these people don't talk to me, or because these people in this church, they weren't kind to me. No. First thing you do is we go to church to praise God, to learn about God, to listen about Him and the words. And then we are all together at church, and then that has to be our heart. It's hard, yes, but if we have God and we think, the first thing is to see Him, to focus on Him, things will be better. So if you are a new Christian, just carry on holding Jesus. If you feel good and happy in Cornerstone, please carry on, come. We are not perfect, but you are always welcome to come.
Yeah, that's really important, isn't it? Thank you so much for sharing your story with us, Regina. It was great to hear that, how God has sustained you and kept you even in tough circumstances in your childhood and then throughout your life, really. And you're right, His grace and His mercy is just beautiful, isn't it? It's just marvellous for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for listening to me.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks everyone for listening. That's all for today's episode of Sister Stories, but join us again next time.